Hey everyone, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to talk about 28 years later, The Bone Temple. Recently talked about 20 years later, and now we're talking about the follow-up. Now, in 28 years later, we had Aaron Taylor Johnson in the film. We had Jodie Comer in the film. But, two great actors. But that film was stolen, completely stolen by Alfie Williams' character of Spike. In the trailers, we thought it was all going to be about those two characters, but no, it was Spike's character, the son. And Alfie is amazing. What an incredible young actor this kid is going to grow up to be. He's going to be amazing. I'm telling you right now. But this film is basically following now the story of two characters. It's really character driven by these two particular characters. One on the side of good and one not so much on the side of good. Now we have Dr. Kelson, played by Ralph Fiennes, who is amazing. He was amazing in 28 years later, and he's continuing in this film. And it's basically his journey and him befriending this one alpha infected known as Samson. And him like maybe trying to help clear that rage out of Samson's mind with some, different herbs, things that he's, coming up with, trying to help him. And it's kind of like that friendship that's between these two, this unlikely friendship that between these two. But we also have Jimmy Crystal, who is played by I want to get his name right, Jack O'Connell. Now I didn't recognize him at first, but this is the guy from Sinners, which I did not because he looks completely different with the long blonde hair in this film. But in this film, he is an evil guy. His perception of things, his reality of what the infected is or who they are is different. I mean, we know it is a virus that has infected people with this rage. But for the Jimmy character, it all stems back from when he was a kid. Now, at the beginning of the film, it kind of like backtracks and goes back to like the 28 days later, 28 weeks later, time frame, showing his kid. He's with these other little kids that are watching. They're watching like Teletubbies on the TV. This happens at the beginning, guys, so it's not too much of a spoiler. And the infected break in, and they just ransack the entire place that this kid is in, and the other kids. He's the only one that escapes. He makes it to a church where his father is the priest, but his father has just lost it, gone off the deep end, and has kind of instilled in his son now that this had become like, it's not so much a virus. This is just like the end of days, basically. So his son is looking at it from a religious standpoint, as opposed to it just being a virus. And it kind of makes him twist his way of thinking as he gets older, and he has this other group of people that he takes in, and they all have like the blonde wigs, and they all call themselves Jimmies. So we have that contrast of character between the Ralph Fiennes character of Kelson and Jack O'Connell's character of Jimmy. And eventually, guys, we're getting some spoilers because, if you haven't seen the movie, guys, go watch the movie because it's really, really good. Come back, finish the review. But we're kind of following Kelson with his friendship with Samson, and we're following the Jack O'Connell character of Jimmy. Now Spike, if you've seen the end of 28 years later, Spike has like reluctantly become a part of that group. He doesn't know what to do. He's out in the world by himself, doesn't know what to do, and they kind of like take him in, not really giving him much of a choice to be a part of it. So we are still following Spike to a degree, but not as much as we did in the first film. But all of this, of course, will come to a head in a great, and I'm talking great, climax to this film when you have Kelson meeting Jimmy, and everything that happens, and you'll know exactly what I'm talking about, guys, if you've seen the film. The performance, the dance that the Kelson character puts on at the end of this film is incredible, absolutely incredible, because it plays off of Jimmy asking Kelson, hey, listen, you need to help me with my followers, and you need to get them to buy into what I'm selling, or basically I'm going to murder you. He's not giving Kelson much of a choice. But again, Spike's character knowing Kelson from the first film, of course, we find, we know something's going to happen. We know because we know Spike's going to be there. Kelson's going to possibly see him. Something is going to happen that is just going to be crazy at the end of that film. And that's kind of like what we get, guys. It's a great culmination to the story from the first film, from 28 years later, and with this one. But for some people have said that this has a conclusive ending to it. But I don't think it does. The ending to this film, the last 5 minutes or so of this film, are incredible. Absolutely incredible. And guys, we're getting into spoilers. So again, last warning. Now I'm going to mention the last big reveal at the end of this film. So here we go, guys. 1, 2, 3. Okay. The big reveal at the end of this film is Cillian Murphy is back. His character is back from 28 days later. And he has a daughter. Now they're showing him and his daughter, but we don't see like the Celine character. We don't know exactly what happened. We just know that it's him and his daughter. And you see Spike, and you see another one of the Jimmies who's kind of like, befriended Spike. They're, trying to run away from the infected. And it kind of leaves off like, okay, what is going to happen? Is Cillian Murphy, we see that his character is going to help them, but that's it. So we need that third film to finish this particular trilogy, to finish the 28 years trilogy. We need that third film because this one, it left me wanting more. I already wanted more knowing, seeing the film, but when I saw his character, I was like, okay, now I need that third film for this. And again, guys, I'm going to put spoilers in the description and everything, because this is a film that there's just no way to talk about it. Kind of like the first one, there's really no way to talk about it without doing some spoilers. And that's just that's a big reveal at the end, with it being Cillian Murphy. Kind of had an idea he was going to show up, but was it going to be this film, or were they going to wait for the big one for the third film? And from what I've heard so far, they are still moving along with that third film. So hopefully, well, actually, technically, I guess it would be the fifth film, right? But third film for the Years trilogy. But yeah, Bone Temple was a great one. It really, really was. Both of those films, both 28 years films, are different. They're different than 28 Days and even 28 Weeks. I mean, those are more, yes, they have some character built into them, more so the first film than the second film. But they're just, these films, the Years films, are definitely character heavy. Very, very big on character development. And I enjoyed them. And guys, you can watch, if you don't have them on 4K, I watched them on Netflix first, and then went ahead and bought the 4Ks after I saw them, because I had to have them in my collection, because I really enjoyed both of those films. So, hey guys, like, subscribe, and comment if you get the chance, and I'll catch you in another episode. Take care. Bye.